My brain is a miraculous instrument. It contains the information I use to protect my money. $5,000. I'll put it up, but I won't give it up without a fight. But if you're smart enough, quick enough, and lucky enough, you can win Ben Stein's money.
And now, don't let his looks fool you. He's a feeble man who's never worked out a day in his life. Ben Stein!
When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown. Or you can do what I do. You can bet $5,000 of your money. Urbanites a chance to get all away from me if they're not afraid to get their hands dirty. Now let's turn to the Dasher, to my dancer, Sal Icano, and find out who these people are.
Thanks, Ben. First contestant is Paul Werman. How are you, Paul?
Oh, real well. How are you?
Dude, that shirt is like totally cool.
So cool.
Awesome.
It really is.
I'm like tripping on it. I'm getting
Just look away, dude. It's so
What do
much
you have in those
easier.
bottles?
Paul's an attorney from Dallas, and in 1968, he was voted most beautiful baby in Dallas.
Oh, very nice.
I'll tell you, it must have been a real rough puberty if you came to this, right?
I know it's very hard to believe now, but it's
No,
God's
it's
honest
easy to
truth.
believe, Paul.
Paul, but your parents must have loved you all your life, telling you you're the greatest thing, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
right,
And
all right.
after they let me out of the closet and stuff.
Oh, all right.
Let me
Are you out of the
sink.
closet now? Just
Completely and
It
totally.
usually takes about 6 or 7 minutes before I figure it out, Paul. Very good. Thanks for the help. Next contestant, Dara Hellman. How are you, Dara?
I'm good, thanks.
Dara, an unemployed writing program director.
That's right.
Have you ever noticed how often the word unemployed
Yeah, I
goes
know.
with the word writing or writer?
It's almost a prerequisite for the show. I don't know. Dara says there's a cartoon character based on her life.
Who's that?
Yes, I am the muse for Daria,
Oh.
Really?
and I haven't seen a dime.
Well, wow. Well, maybe the beautiful baby attorney over here could help you collect royalties. Why do you think it's you? Is it for sure you?
It's for sure me. There are things in that first season that no one else could have known.
Well, do you know the author of it?
They're using a pseudonym, so I can't really share
I see.
that.
So you don't know if he knows you, but it's based on you anyway.
It is.
Very, very good. I think that, what's her name? Ann Hesh has some things to talk to you about.
He's
Okay.
completely nuts.
Okay, go ahead.
Finally, we have Warren Hendon. He's a Master Chief in the U.S. Navy. That's impressive, but when you're up against a beautiful baby and the cartoon character, I'm sorry, you have to take a back seat.
I think he's got a hell of a lot of hash marks there on his sleeve. What are those for?
One for each 4 years I've been in the Navy.
Wow, you've been in the Navy for 24 years?
28 years active in reserve, 31
Wow,
active in
that's
reserve.
fabulous. Do you want to make a joke about that?
That's
Sal?
it. No joke.
Okay,
Hey.
well, contestants, good luck. You're going to need it. Please turn your attention to our game board as Sal tells us our first 5 topics.
And they are. Every Easter, the evangelists perform the laying on of hams. At the Bardware store, I bought a ball-peen Hamlet and a taming of the screwdriver. The out-of-shape paper inventor had a 3-hole paunch. French life-saving devices other than the toot sweet belts. And the impotent politician tried to pay the hooker, but she wouldn't take soft money.
In the first round, question worth anywhere from $50 to $150 of my money. We'll start with you, Warren.
All right. Every Easter, the evangelists perform the laying on of hams.
$50 question. Famous for his evangelistic crusades and friendships with U.S. presidents, what Baptist minister wrote the 1953 book, Peace with God? Paul.
Jerry Falwell.
No, sir. Warren.
Billy Graham.
Of course, Billy Graham. $50 follow-up. What natal term is used to describe a Christian who has made a renewed commitment of faith after an intense religious experience?
Baptism?
No. Paul?
Born again.
Yes, born again. Very good.
Ben and I born-again Jews, it turns out.
Actually, I am. You're not.
All right.
Actually, I always was.
Once he told me he was an archaeologist, I just had to make a dig. Paul.
French life-saving devices other than tooth-to-sweep belts.
Now, I hope you'll pardon me if I read this slowly because it's rather complicated pronunciation. $100 question. What life-saving umbrella-like device did Frenchman Louis-Sébastien Lenormand demonstrate in 1783? Warren.
Parachute.
Parachute it is. Very good. $50 follow-up. After her chute failed to open, Jan Davis died in October 1999 while protesting parachute jumping restrictions at what national park?
Yellowstone?
No. Paul.
Yosemite?
Yes, Yosemite. Now, I wonder why they had the restrictions.
I know.
Yeah.
Man.
What was the point of
That is
that?
so ironic. New category. The sleep researchers' favorite band was ZZ Top. Paul.
The impotent politician tried to pay the hooker, but she wouldn't take soft money.
$150 question. What political action committee chaired by Newt Gingrich was charged with violating campaign finance laws in the mid-1990s? Paul?
Ways and Means?
No. Warren?
The committee to re-elect Newt Gingrich.
No. Actually, not a bad guess. No, Go Pack. $50 toss-up. In 1995, Gingrich was investigated for ethics violations stemming from a publishing deal with what Australian-born media mogul? Paul.
Murdoch?
Murdoch it is. Very good. Now, before I lose any more cash, when we take a break, we'll come back to see how much more money these moguls can take away from me right after this. We're back with more Win My Ben Stein's Money. Right now, we have a two-way tie for the lead between Paul and Warren with 150 each. Sal, what's our new category, please?
It's right here.
Oh, yeah. Could we see it?
Sing the drop deadline gorgeous reporter. The editor said, let's put that one to bed. Paul, you answered correctly last. Take one of these 5.
At the Bardware store, I bought a ball peen Hamlet and a Taming of the Screwdriver.
$150 query. Established in 1961, what well-known Shakespearean repertory theater has companies in Stratford and London? Paul.
The Royal Shakespeare?
That's correct. $50 follow-up. Since 1980, the American Repertory Theater has been headquartered at what Ivy League university?
Columbia?
No. Warren.
Harvard?
Yes. All right. It's kind of a trick question because when I was at Yale, it was at Yale, and then it moved to Harvard. So you see.
How about it? Okay. Category. Sumoki, the Bears' motto, only Asians can prevent Far East fires.
Warren. I'll take that one. Sumo the key, the Bears' motto, only Asians can prevent Far East fires.
$150 question. The Dom Noon Sarawak floating market, in which goods are sold from boats moored on canals, is located near what largest Thai city? Warren.
Bangkok.
Bangkok it is, sir. $50 follow-up. Bordering China, what arm of the Pacific includes the Gulfs of Tonkin and Siam? Anyone else? Paul.
The China Sea?
No. Dara.
The South China Sea?
Yes, the South China Sea.
By the way, I'm sorry. I'd like to wish all 3 of our contestants a happy Halloween. Really. New category. No, the Hemingway book about Africa is not The Old Man and the Tootsie. Dara, we have less than 2 minutes remaining in the round.
Okay, seeing the drop deadline gorgeous reporter, the editor said, let's put that one to bed.
$100 question. What is the morbid name for the reference file or reference room at a newspaper? Dara.
The morgue.
The morgue it is. What newspaper page features death notices, often accompanied by brief biographies?
The obituary page.
Very good. Very good.
All right, Dara, coming on strong. New category. Comic strips no longer carried by newspapers besides Butthole Bailey and Vaseline Alley. Dara?
Comic strips no longer carried by newspapers besides Butthole Bailey and Vaseline Alley.
$150 question. Name the comic strip created by Berkeley Breathed that featured a character named Opus? Warren.
Bloom County.
Bloom County it is. What type of animal was Opus?
A penguin.
A penguin is very good. Very good.
That's the end of the first round. Warren, $550. We'll move on. Paul with $300 will also move on. And Dara, say hello to Beavis and Butthead for us.
Dara, we shall miss you very, very much. Thank you so much for being on our game. We've enjoyed having you on. We're going to take your $200, though, and I'm going to take this lovely hat, which is from a guided missile frigate that was in the Navy, upon which our contestant Warren used to serve. And I'm going to take this, put it on the tip of a missile, and shoot it. 10, 90, zoom, onto the board. There we go. And we come back to $200. We're going to try to take food to my child's mouth. I'll call it Defend My Money, just like you and I do every day at work. By becoming a common contestant, stay tuned. You might learn something.
Smart Ben really is as we play more of Win Ben Stein's Money.
Welcome back as this round begins. Warren, a proud Navy man, has $550 of my money. Paul has $300 of my money. I'm sort of getting high. And I have $41.50 remaining of my original $5,000 stake, which I'll once again defend by becoming a common contestant.
He's never high either. Ben, you haven't seen these questions before, right?
Not once, not ever.
In that case, whoever has a higher score, whether it's Wavy Gravy or the captain in the Navy,
That's good.
right? One-on-one for his $5,000. Let's check out our topics. They are: whenever I take Native American Airlines, I always fly Cochise. The wine connoisseur's bride had great legs, a fine nose, and a lovely bouquet. Weapons named for generals besides a Dwight D. Eisenhower. When the guard asked to see some IV, the testy physician replied, AMA doctor, don't make me Red Cross. And we knew Lassie was in trouble when the bitch became a collie girl. Your game, your money. You go
Weapons
first.
named for generals besides the Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Okay, $200. What is the nickname of the weapon created by General John Thompson in the early 1920s? Paul.
Thompson gun?
No. Warren or Ben? Ben.
Tommy gun.
Yes, good porn name, too. Here's another one. I never understand what that picture says. It's all too inside. Ben.
I'll try. Whenever I take Native American Airlines, I always fly Cochise.
Okay, for $300. Cochise was the chief of the Chiricahua band of what Native American tribe? Ben.
Sioux.
No. Paul.
Apache.
Apache's right.
Oh, very good.
New category. That ballet makes me sick. Hand me some Mikhail Pectate.
I never understand what that pitcher says. It's all too inside.
$300. What legendary baseball pitcher once said, "Don't look back. Something may be gaining on you"? Paul.
Dizzy Dane.
No. Warren.
Satchel Paige.
Yes. Wow. Good job. New category. The punk chemistry student liked hanging out with a bad element.
I'm going to go with, we knew Lassie was in trouble when the bitch became a collie girl.
Okay, for $300. Both My Friend Flicka and Lassie Come Home starred what British actor who died in 1998? Ben.
McDowell.
Yes. He died of shame, unfortunately.
You said he died insane?
Of shame. Whichever's funnier. I don't know. New category. The author claimed that wearing only briefs inspired him to write short stories.
I'll try. The author claimed that wearing only briefs inspired him to write short stories.
All right, listen up, because this is for $500. What small town is the subject entitled of Sherwood Anderson's 1919 collection of short sketches and tales? Ben.
Winesburg, Ohio.
Yes, that's right. And that's the only place that cares about it, too.
No, it's an incredibly good collection of short stories.
I was going to say that, but that didn't fit the joke. New category. The engineers got 3/4 of the way across the river, but they still needed a fourth for bridge.
Terribly funny, isn't it? The engineers got 3/4 of the way across the bridge, but they still needed a fourth for bridge.
$400. The world's highest suspension bridge is in the Royal Gorge, 1,053 feet above the Arkansas River in what west central state? Warren.
Iowa?
No. Ben.
North Dakota?
No. Paul.
Colorado.
Colorado's right.
Oh, wow.
Paul takes the lead. New The weatherman was expecting you earlier. You moist your appointment. Less than a minute left, Paul.
The punk chemistry student liked hanging out with a bad element.
$200. What is the only element on the periodic table with a 3-lettered name? Nobody? Tin. Tin.
Of course.
Tin, right. New category. You're going to break up that phone company? Have you lost your Ma bells?
The weatherman was expecting you earlier. You moist your appointment.
$200. In meteorology, what is the term for the transition zone between two air masses of different moisture and temperature? Warren.
A front.
Front is right. Warren with $1,050 edges out Paul. And Ben, tell him the bad news.
I don't think there's any bad news here. You played a game to be very proud of, Paul. There's no bad news at all. You played beautifully, and you know what else?
Huh?
He was a beautiful baby.
He is.
And you're still a big, lovable baby, Paul. That's how we feel about you. You've been a worthy competitor, and you're the first competitor I've ever slapped on the back of the hand, ever. I'm not kidding. I'm really not kidding. I just spit out a bit of a potato chip, but it's true. You've been a worthy competitor, a fine competitor. Your history, you're leaving. We're going to do it like with a biblical kind of, what's that thing, slingshot. Back there to the board. Now we've reached the moment of truth. You, Navy man Warren, maybe within mere moments of ruining my day by winning all $5,000 of my money. Stay tuned. Mental discretion is advised.
Now we'll see if Warren can win $5,000 of Ben Stein's money.
Congratulations, Chief. Congratulations, Chief, Master Chief. Now we're down to just you against just me, and so far you've taken $1,050 away from me. That's yours to keep no matter what happens, although, of course, the people who pay you, namely the IRS, will be notified. But now you have a chance, I'd say a darn good one, to walk out of here with all $5,000. That Sal is now wheeling towards us and has actually arrived right at Grand Central Station here with the $5,000. All you have to do is beat me in what we call the best of 10 test of knowledge. Could you explain it to the chief, please?
If I don't, who's going to do it? You know?
I can do it.
You talk.
Okay.
10 questions each, 60 seconds each. If you can answer more of those 10 questions, and the mighty Mr. Stein, his $5,000 goes to you. Would you like to go first or second?
I think I'll go first.
All right, we'll go to your booths. All right. Here we go, Warren. You excited?
Yeah.
Right. What do you think? Village people in the military, yes or no? Whew. 10 questions, 60 seconds. Let's begin. What 1953 Ray Bradbury novel tells the story of a world where books are forbidden?
1984.
No. King of Spain for 5 years. What older brother of Napoleon later lived in New Jersey?
Maximilian.
No. Royal jelly is derived from what creature?
Pass.
What term refers to any tool such as a drill that is powered by compressed air?
Pneumatic.
Yes. Gwen Stefani is the lead singer of what band known for the hit album Tragic Kingdom?
No doubt.
Yes. For most of his life, Thomas Edison was afflicted with what sensory handicap?
Deaf.
Yes. Which two colors make up the yin and yang symbol on the South Korean flag?
Yellow and green.
No. In May 2001, Procter & Gamble agreed to buy what company known for its hair coloring products?
Clairol.
Yes. The name of what type of pill means I shall please in Latin?
Valium.
No. On which Hawaiian island is Waikiki Beach located?
Oahu.
Yes, that's right. You got 5 right. Good job. Placebo means I shall please. Here, have a seat. Placebo means I shall please. Symbol on the South Korean flag is red and blue. The honeybee is where royal jelly is derived from. Joseph is Napoleon's older brother. And Fahrenheit 451 is a Ray Bradbury novel. That's 5. Ben?
Yes.
Our friend Warren got 5 right.
That's a very fine
Yes.
score.
You know, and he heard you have a soft spot in your heart for men in the military. He thought you
Men
might.
and women.
Oh, yeah, men and women. Yeah, yeah. Did I say that
I could
wrong?
tell where you were going with that.
That's what he heard. I didn't say
I
it.
could tell that you were going with that.
I'm going to say you.
Okay.
All right, 10 questions,
I shall do
60
my
seconds. Let's begin. What 1953 Ray Bradbury novel tells the story of a world where books are forbidden?
Fahrenheit 451.
Yes, King of Spain for 5 years. What older brother of Napoleon later lived in New Jersey?
Wow. Ferdinand.
No, royal jelly is derived from what creature?
B.
Yes, what term refers to any tool such as a drill that is powered by compressed air?
Pneumatic.
Yes, Gwen Stefani is the lead singer of what band known for the hit album Tragic Kingdom?
The Birds.
No, for most of his life, Thomas Edison was afflicted with what sensory handicap?
Deafness.
Yes, which two colors make up the yin and yang symbol on the South Korean flag?
Ooh, black and white.
No, in May 2001, Procter & Gamble agreed to buy what company known for its hair coloring products?
Wow. Vitalis.
No, the name of what type of pill means I shall please in Latin?
Placebo.
Yes, on which Hawaiian island is Waikiki Beach located?
Honolulu.
No, 5-5 tie. Come on out.
Very nicely played. You played a fine tie. Very, very nicely played, sir. Very beautifully played. Now, this proves, however, that you are today my intellectual equal, and therefore you're not just walking out of here with a mere $1,050, but you get another $1,000 to go. That you're leaving with $2,050 of my money. $2,950 is all you take on my next month, and we're out of time. Till next time, I'm going to give 3 more lucky people a chance to win Stein's money.
Promotional consideration provided by Capresso's Coffee Tech. Brews coffee into a stainless steel carafe. Then, with the flick of a switch, it produces hot frothed milk in seconds. A coffee lover's dream from Capresso.
You're watching Comedy Central. Keep it here for the top banana from Indiana when Comedy Central presents Jim Gaffigan. Coming up next.